Here we go. All right, so today, everyone, I am going to be making some chocolate chunk candy cane cookies, and guess what? I have a special guest. Let's welcome our special guest.
Oh, oh, oh! Hello there.
Hello, Santa.
Hello there. Oh, oh!
Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm super excited for this.
Somebody told me you were making cookies.
Yeah.
I do have a thing for cookies.
I knew it. Well, so today we're going to be making chocolate chunk candy cane cookies. Have you ever had those?
Probably at some point.
Yeah, probably.
But I have to tell you, not recently.
Okay, well, good, because now we're gonna get ready for the holiday season and eat a lot of cookies. So go ahead and ask us any questions if you have any specific questions for Santa Claus.
Of course.
Go ahead and ask. If you have any questions about the recipes,
Of course.
let me know. So are you ready to get started on our cookies?
I was born ready.
All right, so let's do it.
Oh, oh.
So Santa, I'm gonna go ahead and start by creaming together some butter and some dark brown sugar.
Okay.
And if you could go ahead and mix together our baking soda, salt, and our flour, that would be fantastic.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take off my gloves here.
Good idea. Oh, and if you would like a beverage, I poured you a little little punch.
Ah, yes. Wassail, wassail, wassail all over the town. Mmm. Ah, refreshing.
Perfect.
All right, we're going to set that right there. You
Lovely.
make the most wonderful stuff.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
watching your show.
Thank you so much, Santa.
All right, so I am taking all of this.
Yep, all of that, that's your baking soda
Kabunk.
with our all-purpose flour.
And this is,
Salt, just some regular salt. We're going to do a half teaspoon. Yep.
that's a hefty spoon. All right. There you go. Boom. There you go. And then I'm going to stir this up.
Yeah, go ahead and whisk it together.
All right.
Just a tiny little whisk.
See, this is the way of the world. You get the high-tech stuff, I get the low-tech stuff.
Yeah.
I know Santa is vintage, but come on.
I mean, I thought you would enjoy this part of it.
I do, of course. It's kind of like snow.
It is. It's nice and fluffy, just like snow.
Absolutely.
All right. So again, if you're watching the replay or if you're watching live, go ahead and say hi. We want to say hi back to you.
Oh, oh. And feel free to ask us all sorts of questions, silly questions. It doesn't
All the
matter.
questions.
All the questions. All right, I think I have stirred this.
Yeah, that looks perfect. And guess what? My dark brown sugar and my butter are creamed perfectly. So we're going to go ahead and add in our egg and our vanilla extract. Do you mind doing that for me?
Not a problem. How many eggs?
1 egg.
Just one?
Just one. Just
All
one.
right. Let's see if I can do that.
You can
I'm
do
a little
it.
out of practice.
You got it. Ooh, yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I made a little
Perfect.
mess there.
That's good.
Hey, no, look over there.
Oh, what? What's going on? Cookies?
Yes.
And then we're going to do a teaspoon.
Ah, how we put the children to sleep. Oh,
Yes.
no, I'm joking, joking. What is this here for?
Well, that's for our candy canes later.
I love candy
Yeah,
canes.
yeah.
Oh, oh.
But right now we need a teaspoon of vanilla extract into our lovely butter and sugar and egg mixture.
There's nothing better than the smell of vanilla.
There
And by the
is.
way, a potpourri pot in the house with some bay leaves, some cinnamon in it, and orange peel and that sort of stuff. Not only does it add humidity, which is really good during the winter, but it just gives a wonderful holiday feel and helps you reduce stress. So that's
Yeah,
cool too.
it's perfect.
All right, so one of these, right?
Just one of those, yep. Gorgeous.
All right.
Perfect, just like you.
No, trust me. Mrs. Claus would differ.
All right, well, she and I haven't talked in a while, so
All right, yeah.
we'll get that down.
Which, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but she does look a little elfish, doesn't she? Mm-hmm.
Santa's little helper today.
Think about it. Vintage recipes, expert at cookies. All right.
All right, so we've got our butter and sugar and our egg and our vanilla all mixed together. Now we're going to add in our flour. So this flour mixture that you worked on earlier is
Okay.
all going to go in here.
My lady.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. So Santa, do you have a favorite reindeer?
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, strangely enough, my favorite reindeer is one that most people haven't heard of. His name is Zephyr.
Zephyr, okay, I've never
When
heard
it
of him.
when it came time to start training the reindeer to learn how to fly, we had to start with somebody, and
Yeah.
Zephyr was our first test reindeer. And I have to tell you, it was like a reindeer on roller skates.
Oh my gosh, I
But
had no idea.
now he's older and he's very sweet, and so when I go out on little runs like to here,
Yeah.
Zephyr, I leave him in the park with a little sleigh we call a Zoomer, and he's just as sweet and nice as possible.
Yeah.
And so he's actually my very favorite reindeer. I love all the reindeer. If the reindeer are watching, I love you guys. And and ladies, and I just want you to know, Zephyr.
Zephyr's a good one. Hey, let's go ahead and say hi to Katie Ann. Katie Ann says hi to us.
Hi, Katie Ann. How's it going?
Katie actually has 3 young boys in her life.
Oh.
Yeah, they're all
Well,
adorable.
if you celebrate Christmas, you know I'll be by Christmas Eve, and if you wanted to make cookies, I wouldn't complain. You know I eat a lot of cookies.
Yeah, how many cookies do you eat?
Well, I visit 233 million homes.
That's a lot of homes, guys.
And that's about 60 Olympic pools of eggnog and milk, and 390 tons of cookies.
Oh my God.
But to be honest with you, I travel all around the world, and so in other countries they give me different things. And so some countries they give me cookies. Oh my goodness, you haven't tried cookies until you've been to Germany. Oh my goodness, and other places. So like for instance in Scotland they leave me a wee dram. In Ireland a bit of Guinness. In the UK it's mince pies and sherry.
Ooh, yeah.
Down south here we get tamales. In Nigeria it's fish soup. Everywhere I go they leave me lovely things. In Sweden a cup of hot black coffee.
Okay.
Yep. And that
they
helps.
know you need that kick, right?
Right, yeah. And by the way, children, I need you to go to bed by 10 o'clock. Otherwise, Santa comes back home with a sunburn and Mrs. Claus is not happy about
Ooh, yeah. We do not want to make Mrs.
In bed by 10.
sad. All right. Well, lovely. I love hearing about all the different cultures and everyone you visit. It's awesome. But, man, all that eggnog sounds like way too much eggnog to me.
I go through it.
Okay, nice.
I'm delivering a lot. I'm metric tons of presents.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I'm an efficient engine. Yes. So what do you want to do next?
Okay, great. So next we are going to add our candy canes and our chocolate chunks. We're using dark chocolate chunks, 1.5 cups. They're going to go right into this mixture. But you know what? I think I forgot our candy canes. Do you have any? Holy cow.
Here you go.
This is a huge candy cane. I think that this might be too much candy cane for this cookie
What?
batch.
No.
Might just be a little too much.
And remember, if you're dating somebody and they're not coming across with the presents.
There you go. Get a
There you
2-pound
go.
candy cane.
How about we use something smaller?
Yeah, something
All
smaller
right.
would be great. Let's go ahead and put
Weak.
this over here. Oh, great. Oh, perfect. These are perfect.
It's like I carry them with me. Who
What?
knows?
All right, so we're going to go ahead and crush these up pretty fine. Santa, do you mind doing that for me? I'm going to
Oh,
add the
oh.
chocolate chips in. We got a mallet right there.
There we go. All right, so how many times do I hit this?
A bunch. Oh, and actually, let's go ahead and use that side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maxwell Silver Hammer came. No one knows that. Santa likes the classics. Go to bed, go to bed, go to bed. Go to bed, go to bed, go to bed.
That looks perfect.
Oh.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah,
really
you notice
good.
that we still have some texture there.
Yeah, you
because-
want the little pieces in there still.
Because if you go too small, it'll just melt like sugar, and then you won't get the little nodules of goodness.
He knows what he's talking about. Cookie expert right here. All right, so all of that is going to go in here along with our dark chocolate chunks.
What? Chocolate? I hate chocolate. My inner woman loves chocolate, and when she asks for it, I give it to her.
Good thing.
Yep.
All right, so I'm just mixing this all together, and let's go ahead and clear up a little space right here. Do you mind doing that for me,
Not
sir?
a problem. That one's yours. This
Perfect,
one's
yeah.
mine.
Oh, and you know what? Silly me. I left the blender out. Let's go ahead and get rid of that, too.
All right.
Yeah. It's not a hint that I need a new blender or anything.
Marketing opportunity. All right.
All right, all mixed together. We are going to just form some nice little cookies with this.
Oh, excellent. I
Yeah.
think we need a tray then.
We do need a tray.
Look, I found a
Oh
tray.
my gosh.
Now this is a little warm. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. I'll set that right down. And I noticed you put down some wax paper.
Yeah, so it's actually parchment paper.
Oh, parchment
Yeah,
paper.
parchment
Okay,
paper.
excellent.
It's going to help keep the cookies from sticking to our pan.
You know the elves are going to be very jealous.
Yeah, I know. Maybe I can send
They're like,
some.
you went to Michelle's house and you made cookies with her.
Yeah, well, I can send them some with you unless you want to eat them all.
Some with me is probably a good idea.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
and by the way, Mrs. Claus makes some amazing cookies, but she's kind of experimental.
Oh, really? What's your favorite to do?
Well, the most recent one was asparagus cookies.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, the reindeer love them. But you don't want to be behind reindeer at 1,800 miles per second when they've been eating asparagus cookies.
No, you do not.
No, it was aromatic. Santa's mustache got extra curly.
That's hilarious.
Yes. And so each one of these is about the size of about an inch.
Yeah. So you want to do about a tablespoonful. A heaping tablespoonful is actually nice because I like a nice big cookie.
Mm-hmm.
You like a nice big cookie too, Santa?
Well, I love them all sizes. But in other countries, they're like the pfeffernusse and the gingerbread cookies and and biscotti, of course, and amaretto. Oh my goodness! Everywhere you go, there's and oatmeal raisin and chocolate chip.
So many types of cookies, guys.
Oh!
Do you guys have a favorite cookie that you like to make, Santa? Let us know in the comments.
Oh yes, please do. And just so you know, I love all sorts of things, and it's very nice for you to leave them out. The reindeer love cookies.
They do.
They do.
I
They
didn't know
shouldn't
that.
be eating them, but occasionally they. And by the way, Rudolph is not actually connected to the sleigh. He guides the sleigh. So if you're sitting in your house and all of a sudden a red light goes right past, that's Rudolph getting ahead of me and stealing the cookies. I'll get back up on the roof.
What?
Yeah, I'll be like, they had no cookies out, and Rudolph will be like,
It's like,
really?
Really?
Yep. You do know the names of my reindeer, right?
I know some of them.
Okay, put that down for a second.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Do as I do.
Okay.
All right. Dasher.
Dasher.
Dancer.
Dancer.
Prancer.
Prancer.
Vixen.
Vixen.
Comet.
Comet.
Cupid.
Cupid.
Donner.
Donner.
Blitzen.
Blitzen.
Rudolph.
Rudolph. Shake? Is it shake?
Yeah.
Oh, Rudolph's a shake.
All right,
Okay,
here we go. Dasher.
Dasher.
Dancer.
Dancer.
Prancer.
Prancer.
Vixen.
Vixen.
Comet.
Comet.
Cupid.
Cupid.
Donner.
Donner.
Blitzen.
Blitzen.
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
There you go. Why do I ring and you don't?
I don't have any bells on me. I forgot my
That
bells.
you seem bell deficient. We need to fix
We'll
that.
fix that next year, promise. So Xander and Lincoln actually say their favorite cookie to leave is chocolate chip. So I think we're...
Oh, and I have to tell you, Santa loves all cookies, but that Toll House chocolate chip recipe, fresh, warm from an oven,
It's a good recipe.
tasty. Yes. Now, I would warn you that I love milk, and this whole rumor about Santa being lactose intolerant, that's balderdash. Trump and jingle bells. I mean, don't get me wrong, almond milk and all that is fine, but you know what? If you're going to leave milk out, leave it in something that's going to stay somewhat refrigerated. A little thermos or something like that.
Yeah.
And that way it doesn't get to room temperature and get kind of
Yeah, no one wants that.
No.
No one wants that. Not even you.
Yep. But I mean, I go to other countries, Australia, they always leave me a nice cold beer.
Ooh.
And when I'm in Australia, I switch over to my 6 boomers.
What's that?
My 6 white kangaroo.
I didn't know.
Oh, yes,
I had
yes,
no
yes,
idea.
yes. Yeah, well, Santa didn't always have reindeer, of course. I started out walking at first. I'm 1,748 years old, so this has been a while. But I started out walking at first, and
Okay.
then I had a donkey named Dominic,
Okay.
and then later on a beautiful horse named Americo. I still use him to visit the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And then working with the elves, we developed the team: Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. Each one of them has their own special abilities. We have 2 ladies. Prancer and Vixen are both ladies,
Okay.
and they make certain Santa does not get lost.
Yes, ladies.
Yes,
Doing,
they are very good.
Doing the work.
And then Blitzen and Donner are my 2 biggest reindeer, and they are right next to the sleigh. And by the way, that name, it comes from Thunder and Lightning.
Okay.
Blitzen and Donner. You've heard of the ballroom blitz or blitz?
Yeah.
That means lightning. Thunder and lightning. Isn't
That's
that cool?
awesome. That's very cool.
Absolutely.
Where does your name come from?
Oh, yes. Well, first of all, I have to tell you, cookie comes from koekje, the Dutch, and the Dutch contributed a lot to the Santa Claus story. When the Dutch came to the United States, they referred to me as Sinterklaas, Saint Nicholas, right? Well, the Americans heard that and said, Santa Claus, and that's how I became Santa Claus. And so my original name, of course, is Nicholas of Myra.
Okay.
I'm originally from the Byzantine era, down there in what is now called Turkey.
Okay.
But a long time ago, we migrated up to the North Pole to kind of get away from everybody.
Yeah.
Because when you have a toy factory, funny thing, everybody comes to see you.
Yeah, everyone wants to visit that toy factory. I know I do.
And actually, the North Pole is in a place called Claus Valley. We actually get seasons.
Okay.
And a lot of the magical creatures, as humanity expanded, a lot of the magical creatures came to live with us up at the North Pole. So we have mermaids and fairies.
That's
and,
so cool.
Oh yes,
Great.
you know, a couple trolls, a couple goblins here and there. You know, your odd Sasquatch, Yeti.
Yeah.
But they're all wonderful, and we have, and Bing's Resources works with them all the time. We're in completely green, employee owned.
Oh wow.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Love it.
I'm more of a spokes elf, I guess.
Okay.
And then Mrs. Claus runs the joint.
I'm sure she does.
She does.
Right?
She runs the joint, and not only does she run the joint, but she is the one who actually runs the Naughty or Nice list. She has a magical golden telescope that she can use to check in.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And the idea behind the Naughty or Nice list is not to punish people or scare people, but to encourage people to be their better selves.
Yeah. That's what we all want, right? We
Right.
want to be our best selves.
And to eat better cookies.
And to eat better cookies. You know what, Santa? Actually, Eli is waving hi to you.
Hello, Eli!
Yeah. So, Eli, Xander, and Lincoln are all brothers. And
Oh, yes.
they just had to
All right.
say hi.
I'm very proud of you. Keep up the good work, and just do me a little favor. Little less fighting between now and Christmas Eve.
I'm sure they're good. I'm sure they're good.
I'm sure.
All right, so our cookies are almost ready to go. This pan is going to go ahead and chill for a while.
Chill.
It's going to chill for a while, and then we're going to bake it in a little bit. But guess what? I think we got a little holiday magic going on over here.
Ha! Voila.
Ooh, whoa! Got it. So,
You do have elf reflexes. Voila.
and then we actually have another person who says hi. Penny Lane the Pup says hi.
Hi, Penny
And
Lane.
Declan says hi also.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, so hey everyone.
Hello from Santa Claus. Hello from Michelle. One of my favorite cookie making elves.
All right, so why don't we go ahead and taste our cookies? Ready?
All right, here we go.
One, yeah.
Thank you. Wait. Oh, wonderful texture, good chew. And good variety of flavors too. Oh, here comes the peppermint.
Yeah. Just a
There's
little,
the chocolate.
Just a little peppermint.
Oh, it's got that kind of buttery caramel in there too. That's very nice. Oh my goodness. You make an excellent cookie.
Thank you, Santa.
You are on the nice list. Totally on the nice list.
Yes.
If you don't get a chance to make these cookies, you're really missing something. Trust me.
All right, so that's about it. And you guys, you know what? Guess what? You get the recipe for these chocolate chunk candy cane cookies. They'll be in the description of this video once we're wrapped up. And happy holidays. Santa,
Yes.
anything else you want to say?
Absolutely. I just want to remind you of two things. Number one, baking and getting together and cooking something with the family here during the holidays, that's where families meet. They meet and they tell stories and they share around the kitchen table and in the kitchen. So please get out and bake something. Get out and make something. It's a great way to get together. And the other thing is, remember, Christmas is about giving and not getting. A lot of people forget that. Go out and do something nice for somebody anonymously and in secret. Why? You could make them cookies, or you could do a chore, or you could give a little donation here and there. In any case, from us here, from Michelle and Santa Claus, we just want to say Merry Christmas,
Merry
and
Christmas.
Happy Holidays
Happy
to
holidays.
all of you.
Love you guys.
Oh, oh, oh!
All right, everyone.
I say Merry, you say Christmas. Merry!
Christmas.
Merry!
Christmas.
I say jingle, you say bells. Jingle!
Bells.
Jingle!
Bells.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.